Hi, my name is BREGJE and you are watching Estona tutorials. If you ever read the descriptions below my videos, then you know that I'm a fan of Gesswein. Gesswein is a company based in America and they provide jewelry tools. And we have been in contact regularly, and what I truly like about Gesswein is that they are not just trying to sell me anything, but they really think with me. So Roger from Gesswein is responsible for the content of today's video because after watching my videos and we were talking a bit, he suggested that it might be a good idea to try a MicroMotor system. So a MicroMotor can do the same thing as a flex shaft. There will be differences, but I still have to figure them out. So why would I want to go for a MicroMotor when I already have a flex shaft? And that is where Roger came in, and he said, I am just going to send one to you to try out because I think you will really like it, and I think it is a nice product to offer to your viewers. So in today's video we are going to work with the MicroMotor, and I'm going to show you how it works, and I'm going to tell you how I think it works, and I am very curious to use it because it has a really cool hammer handpiece with it, and I can't wait to try it out. So I hope you will enjoy exploring this one with me. So I received this Gesswein MicroMotor marathon system. This is the MicroMotor with the handpiece that comes with it and the foot pedal. You can get it at Gesswein at about $350 US, and don't forget, with the code EST21 you will receive a 5% discount. But I got something extra here. I got the system for setters, and that comes with this wonderful, heavy, gorgeous looking Fordham hammer handpiece. And I am going to show you how this micro system works, and if I would advise you a micro system instead of a flex shaft, or are they similar at what they do. I haven't used this one before, so you are going to see me use it for the first time. And let's start out by making some room for this device. It comes with a very clear instruction manual, and first off I wanted to show you this. You can change the voltage here in the back, so if you are from Europe like me, you can set this to 220 volts. Furthermore, it states in the manual, before first use, run the handpiece at half speed without load for 30 minutes to properly break it in for smooth operation. And of course, I already did, so we can use it right away. Installing this is very easy, just plug it in. I am going to add this one for the foot switch. And I plugged in this one for the handpiece, and that's it. At first sight there are two big differences, but again I still have to test it out. The one I am spotting here is that you can use a foot pedal, but you can also use a steady speed control, so you can add it here and you don't have to use your foot. I guess that could be a big plus. And your handpiece is connected to this cable, and I can imagine that this is a bit easier moving around instead of your regular flex shaft hose, which is a bit less flexible. But will it make a big difference in using it? I don't know yet, but I'm going to find out for you. And before I'm going to turn this on, I do want to show you this button. Whether you're going for a flex shaft or a MicroMotor, I would advise you to go for a machine that has a reverse and a forward option, because that is really helpful. And let's go. This quick change handpiece works like this. Just turn this part here, and then this will open up so I can enter my tool, close it, and it's stuck in there. Really helpful. And there is a reason why I'm advising you a quick change handpiece. This is the one from my regular pendant motor or my flex shaft. And that is, before this I had another one, and I had to use a little screw to unscrew it every time, and that will take up so much of your time. And next to that, it is really quite irritating if you have to stop working on what you're doing just to change a small piece of tool or a burr or a drill. So whatever you choose, I would always go for a quick change handpiece. That is going to make you happy on the long run. So I have this one set to foot pedal. If I press it, just listen. I am going to show you up close. And this is new for me, because the speed that you set here is the maximum speed you will get if you press down the foot pedal. So let's try this again. Meanwhile, our dog is barking. He doesn't really care that I'm pursuing a YouTube career. So this is quite the dentist experience. And it isn't even at its fastest yet. So it can't go faster than how you set it here. And that can be quite helpful, especially when you are using a hammer handpiece. So this may give you more control over what you're doing. And there is another difference that I noticed. And for this I wanted to show you my regular flex shaft. So I'm going to turn this on. This is something that you can't really see, but if you are using a regular flex shaft, then you will know what I mean, because when you turn it on, in here something is going to spin around, and that can give it a couple of subtle movements, and that is a big difference with this one. I'm going to turn it on, just checking to see if I have the correct foot pedal. This doesn't do that at all. So let's say I would like to drill a hole like I would normally do. I'm holding this straight up. And it's really steady and light to use. It isn't moving around at all. I can't say anything bad about it so far. I still do want to compare with my flex shaft, because I really want to know the difference between the two. So this is my trusted flex shaft. I'm going to do the exact same thing. And now I'm being very critical, because this one feels a bit heavy now, and that is quite strange, because the actual handpiece of this one is heavier. This one is lighter, but I'm going to show you why it feels heavy. And for this I really need to zoom out so you can get a better look at my studio while we're at it. This is feeling more heavy, because as you can see, this cable and this motor, while moving my flex shaft, I am moving everything. And as you can see with this one, the MicroMotor, I'm not moving anything else. So even though this handpiece has a bit more weight to it, it actually is easier to operate. I can't imagine that working it is very different, but I am just going to try. I'm going to drill a hole to see if there is a difference. First off, always make an indentation so that your drill doesn't slip away. And again, using the quick change handpiece. And just for the fun of it, why not change it up? We are going to switch from the foot pedal to the regular speed. Oh, then we are going to get a constant speed. Okay, I did turn off the hand operation and I switched it back to the foot pedal because for me, myself, I like to have control, and with this at a constant speed, I feel like I don't have control, but maybe it's just something you have to get used to. So if you do own a MicroMotor and you use the hand operation mode, please share with me when you use it and why, because I'm really curious to find out what the benefits of that are. So please drop it in the comment section below and help your fellow metalsmiths out. And of course, drilling the hole went perfectly, but I didn't expect this to work very differently from the regular flex shaft. What I am still very curious about is the hammer handpiece. So we're going to switch it up. I'm going to unplug the regular handpiece. And we are going to add this one. This is the handpiece that I'm going to be using. It's the Fordham HMH 110. And just to show you, this is quite the difference with the handpiece I normally use. This is a tech dent handpiece. This is the Fordham one. And I really like how it is looking. It's a lot heavier, but it feels like I'm having a quality tool here. So let's use it and see if we are correct. I put the speed control on half speed, and this is the first time that I'm going to turn this on. And something isn't happening here, so let's see if we need to twist this one. I can feel it, but I'm not seeing any movement. Behind the scenes, I lost about 15 minutes here. I unscrewed every part of this because it just didn't work. And eventually I turned on YouTube and found a video myself, because as you can see, I'm going to turn this on. This part isn't moving until you put pressure on it. And that is totally new information for me. If you don't press this down firmly, it won't do anything. And if you do press it down firmly, just check here. So a very small test here. What will happen if I slip off an edge? Let's say you are working on a stone and you slip off the bezel. Nothing's happening now because I'm not pressing it down. Now I am going to press. And you can see the movement mostly on my thumb. And it will immediately stop hammering. How cool is that? So even though you don't have a MicroMotor, a handpiece like this truly is awesome. Way better than my tech dent one. And I am going to do a tutorial on a jump ring setting, and I will use this one for the first time in that tutorial. So let's post that one next week. So Gesswein, for now, I truly am impressed. I only did a couple of things with it, but I definitely saw the pluses. And of course, I don't know what your budget is. So if you can't afford a machine like this, that's totally understandable. There are a lot of second-hand marketplaces where you can get a tool like this. I do want to point out that if you have the ability to invest in a flex shaft or a MicroMotor, that it will be worth it to invest a bit more to get a decent one. And the reason why I know this is because I had to replace a lot of tools. For instance, my first flex shaft. This is my second one. The only thing I can do is give you my honest opinion based on the knowledge that I have right now. And then if I had to choose, and both were similar in price, even if this was a tiny bit more expensive, I would go for this one. And that is because of the small extra features, such as the maximum speed control, maybe the hand foot pedal, in case you have some problems with your feet or something, or you have a disability, you can change it up. And because this was a bit more stable to use. So with stone setting, that is definitely a big plus. But again, this is a perfect one as well, as long as you have the forward and backward switches and the quick change handpiece. I think I've said it all in this tutorial. Again, Gesswein, Roger, thank you very much. It's so cool to have a company at hand that is not about the numbers, but is really about helping people out, I think that is an absolute plus for you. So if you as a viewer are interested in visiting Gesswein's page, don't forget to check the discount code below this message. And don't forget that even though, of course, I have an affiliate link, I am not being sponsored to say anything. I can just give my honest opinion, and you can expect nothing less from me. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I did, because how cool is it to receive such awesome tools to try out. So I'm happy, and I hope to see you again next Monday at the next Q&A. And please leave a comment in the comment section below this video if you want to see more.